Testing, 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 testing. I am testing my stream just to make sure this actually works. Just gonna wait for it to load up on Twitch too. It's the best way to do it actually. Alright, there we go. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. We're gonna do exactly what my title says. We're gonna create a health bar for enemy sprites. So let me zoom out and show you where that is exactly. I have to go into the scene view. Huh. Who knew? So this guy right here, well, we know he has 150 points of health, 150 health points. But the problem is we don't necessarily know where his health is on the screen. Like we can't tell exactly how much damage we have caused when shooting at this enemy specifically. So my solution here is to create a health bar. Now we kind of already did this here. Now the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna if I can find it, hold on. This is from the course. So you know how this right here is a canvas? But the canvas, there's a... Okay, so our canvas, or UI canvas here, is the screen space. So I'm thinking we can actually make another canvas, but this time make it a world space. And the canvas has an image and a hint text. So I guess the difference between screen space and world space is that screen space shows up right here. So everything here is screen space. And then everything here is world space. So we're gonna create a bunch of world space cameras. That's not the right scene. Hold on. So why don't we do that? Why don't we actually create a world space for this enemy sprite here? I don't know why this just happened. So I'm gonna do that. I know I said I was gonna stream yesterday, but that never ended up happening. I do somewhat apologize. Alright, I do have a nice UI pack that I'm not really that interested in changing. So let's go in here and see what we have as far as health bars go. Nice thing about this pack, everything's already set up, so it all works out. Look at these, they're super huge. So, okay, you got this health bar here. But that's for the that's for the user. You got a bunch of other ones here, so let me actually go in and make these all invisible. So let's see, icon buttons. So I'm just gonna keep looking for the bars because I actually went through this a bunch of times and I can't, for the life of me, I can't exactly figure out where things are. Okay, so these are all pop-ups. These are all panels. We don't necessarily want a panel, you know what I mean? Okay. These are all sliders. I think I used a couple of these at one point. These are all volume sliders, so it's not quite appropriate for us necessarily. Okay. What's this? I do like some of these though. But we just looked at that one. There might be other ones. Let's see. Let's look at the other assets. I feel like we might have one here. Let's get some music in here. It's a bit quiet. You know how the stream is. I don't know how I feel about that. It's all demo scenes, you know? What about this? I don't know, I feel like this would not be enough. Oh wait, character. Okay, so I feel like this is good. It's called Progress Life. I feel like I like this one. I think I'm going to use this one. And by the way, it kind of goes out of character a bit. That's the one I ultimately want to use, but let's look at all the other ones first. We haven't really set it up for it to work with the hearts, so I'm probably not going to use that necessarily. Or icons. Alright, I said I was going to look at all of them, so I might as well. This has nothing in it. How interesting. Wait, maybe this one might have something in it. Let's check it out. This is a pause screen, and I feel like we could have just simply used this. Kind of makes sense to me in a sense. This is like backwards. I don't necessarily like that. Sorry, I was literally battling asthma this morning, so it's kind of why I sound a bit nasally. It's all about allergies and how you manage. It really sucks. Would not wish this on anybody. Alright, so after doing some soul searching, I'm gonna definitely pick this right here. So here's how I'm gonna do it. Where did we even save it? Oh, right here. Okay, so it's literally this one right here is what I want. We want the entire thing. Let's unpack it. Let's go back to our other scene now that we have it. You gotta be really careful with these scenes you import. Because if you make a mistake, you can easily go back and then, you know. I don't want to save. Okay, let's... Okay, we're gonna mess around with enemy 1. We're gonna do that inside the prefab here. I think this is how you do it. You go into here, you go into, UI, canvas, and instead of doing like screen space overlay, we do like world space. And, okay, now that we have the canvas, where even is the center? Oh wait, it would be world space, right? Hold on. But it wouldn't be the camera, it would be world space. How do we set the other one up? Hold on. So let's go back and see how we did. How we, So this is what this is. This has got camera, world space, blah blah blah. It doesn't really matter where it is, so it doesn't look like we did anything extra here. So that's good. I thought we did something else, but apparently not. So the canvas right now is invisible. But in here, we're gonna have to place a health bar. So let's go into here, here, here. What is this? Progress life. Okay, that would go in here, wouldn't it? Okay, why is it all the way up there? How do I, dude, what? Enemies, okay. Oh, you know what, I forgot. I wanted to check something really quick. We have to like, I totally forgot where the position was. I'm sorry, it would be the test shop, not level 1. It's right there, okay. Okay, so we want to put it 0, 0, 0. That's, we want to, which one did I click? That one right there? Oh, the canvas is 0, 0, 0. Gotcha. Wouldn't this be a canvas? Okay, so they all have their own canvases, but they're all centered at 0, 0, 0. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so let's go back here. Where's my enemy sprite? So we're right here. Prefab mode. Enemy fire. By the way, it shouldn't really be up there. The exact position is irrelevant, so it'd be 0, 0, 0, And I guess this would be 0002. Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it though? Okay, that's like... Let's scale this down. I feel like we messed up the scales. Huh. Let's do like 50 and see how that looks. Okay. 50. Bro, this is like... Oh. Wait, what am I even doing? Let's... Scale it down way... Dude, this is like... No. Why do I have 3 on here? What did I do to this thing? Ugh, I don't want to like create one from scratch because that kind of defeats the purpose of assets. Wait, what are these? Wait, hold on. Clearly messed that up. Messed something up, I'm not sure what it was. What is it pointing to? Okay, so the background is this. I want that to be smaller. Right? Can I make that smaller? Dude. I don't get it. Handle slide area, okay. What's that? Okay, maybe the whole thing. Navigation. How about nothing? It's not really... Do we really want it to stretch? Maybe not, I don't know. It looks like it repeats itself a bit. Let me see why that is. Fill rect, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Dude, why would this repeat itself? Okay, I don't know. I don't know, the more I think about it, the more I don't like this. Because the question is, why would these show up here? Fill area, fill. Okay. Wouldn't that be the... Hold on. It should be the same as that, shouldn't it? Bro. So the bigger you make this... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like this one. We'll have to create one from scratch. Let's see, UI. slider. And we have a slider. I don't know why we have like 3. Is it because we have like 3 enemies? Okay, hold on. I know why this is happening. Oh, wait, maybe there is hope yet. Okay. That makes more sense. Actually, you know what? We can go back to the other one. Now that I understand what's actually going on here. Whee. So obviously this is way too big. Gonna shrink it down a bit. Okay, because at first I was a bit confused, like, where are the other ones coming from? Didn't make any sense. Okay, we want this to be centered, I guess. I don't know where the 75 is coming from. Life value, we don't really need that. Just remove it. You still want this to be centered, but as far as like the size goes, we can shrink it down quite a bit. You know? It's all about like figuring out the best position. Alright. Actually, wait, hold on. The canvas is right there. Hmm. Alright, let's just say we increase the size. Make it back like 100. Yes. Or, no, I'm sorry, not 101. That wasn't expected. What's the fill area? How does that work? Oh, wait, I think I figured it out. See, this is, so if you shrink the progress all the way like that, because the ultimate goal here is I want every enemy to have its own, like, health bar or whatever. And where's the fill? Which is what this is, right? Okay, so then oh. Okay. Yeah, way backwards, mate. Talking like way backwards. more than I wanted it to. Fill area would be there. Sure. Fill area background would have to be a little smaller than what I wanted. There. Let's look at this a little bit. Okay, let's just say that we move this up a bit. 0 is all the way there. The fill to be like all the way here. What do you think about like right here? So if you do the fill, okay, hold on. I move it here and set the value that way. Do you think that would work? I don't know, now it looks like way off. I don't know, man. I feel like this is like... Which one's the background? More importantly, okay, the fill area is there. So what is this specific thing? So if I get rid of that, what would the background be? That's the background. Huh. But then the whole thing is that big. I want it to be interactable. I don't know. I feel like this one's a little too... They'll have to create our own. Let's see. It's a lot easier to do, in my personal opinion. Okay, obviously this is way too big. The slider here, we don't want the slider handle. I don't know what... Oh, that's what that is. Oh. Fill area. Actually, you know what? What am I doing? Hold on a sec. Health bar, okay. In the inspector, under anchors to bottom position, below the enemy sprite. Positioning is important. By the way, I want it to be bottom. I think this is bottom, right? Adjust the position to fit your desired position. Actually, you know what? Let's recreate this because I did something stupid. Third attempt at creating a slider. What do you know? Bottom. I don't know if center bottom is right. Wait, what do you hear? It says here, expand the fill area and select the fill. Okay, I selected the fill. How do I do that? It won't even let me edit it, dude. Okay, ChatGPT is incredibly useless here. Let me see if I can go on YouTube and find something. Unity enemy health bar 2D. Actually, let's see if this actually has anything here. There's so many, goddamn.
In this video, we are going to implement World Space UI for our enemy tanks so that we can see how much damage we have dealt to our tanks, as well as we are going to improve our visuals to implement this big explosion.
Okay, let me see if this is relevant to us.
In this video, we are going to implement World Space UI.
Okay, yeah, this is what I was looking for. So essentially it's a red bar, and as you can see, this tank took quite a bit of damage here. And clearly you could tell there's like, by the way, like this video, you could tell there's like, okay.
For our enemy tanks.
So that's what I want to do.
So that we can see how much damage we have dealt to our tanks, as well as we are going to improve our visuals to implement this big explosion as well as the explosion sound when we kill our enemy. Let's get going. This video is part of the series of videos about creating a 2D top-down tank game. We will explore different features of this game, each as a standalone video. Hi, I'm Peter, and welcome to Sunny
This guy has good tutorials.
Valley Studio Tutorials. In the previous video, we have implemented some feedback for our shooting mechanic so that we have our muzzle flash, our bullet flies, now there is a sound of the shot, and there is a sound of an explosion, and the explosion is being spawned. And that's what we did in the last video. If we stop our game, now, our tank that is patrolling, so patrolling enemy and the static enemy, has the damageable script on it, which defines how much health does the tank has.
Ours is set up differently, but yeah, it's neither here nor there.
Let's set it to be 20. Now, our player is using the bullet data, fast bullet data, which removes 5 damage from our enemy on being shot. So the static enemy has 20 health, so after 4 shots it should be dead. But if we go and play the game, and if we shoot it, okay, indeed, it does happen that after 4 shots it is destroyed, but we have no idea, no feedback how much will it take to destroy this enemy. We will implement some kind of UI. Okay, we are in our end project, and if we drive towards our enemy, it has a UI bar. If we shoot it, it will decrease the health of our enemy, and we will know that after 4 shots, the enemy will be destroyed. So that's what we want to implement. Okay, so to add UI to our tank, let's go to our static enemy, and let's open this prefab, and inside it we have our tank.
Okay, so I'm going to follow along here, because I think this is relevant. We're practically starting this from scratch. So.
And what we would like to add here is the UI above our enemy. So let's right click, select UI, and we are going to select the canvas object. Now our canvas component has the render mode. Now we have different render modes. We have screen space overlay, screen space camera, and world space. And basically we want to have our UI in the world space, so that's what we need to select. Now, next we have some changes in the inspector. We have our sorting layer. So what layer should display our UI? And since we have preset some sorting layers, I want to select the UI, which is at the top of everything. Great. Now, we do not need the canvas scaler, so I'm going to remove it. Remove the component and the graph.
So we don't need the canvas scaler, and we don't need the graphics raycaster, so neither of these are important, I guess. I do want this on the enemies layer, though.
Graphic raycaster, again, remove it. Now, we do not want to have the width and height, so I'm going to set it to be 0 and position X and Y to be 0.
So just everything to 0. Gotcha. And I guess that even includes the Z-axis.
What remains is to actually create our UI for the health bar. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to select UI and select the panel. And this will be our health bar.
So it's called a panel. Okay.
Okay. Now, our panel currently has left and top and right and bottom parameters. To be
I'll just call it a health bar. Why not?
able to set the width and height instead, I'm going to select our anchor preset in our Rex transform, and I'm going to select Shift and Alt, which Shift sets the pivot and Alt sets the position to be in the bottom right corner. And now this will set.
Okay, so oh, did we do that for the canvas? Hold on, I missed that.
Select our anchor preset in our Rex.
Okay, so you select the health bar, select here, Shift and Alt. What? Oh.
Transform, and I'm going to select Shift and Alt, which Shift sets the pivot and Alt sets the position to be in the bottom right corner. And now this.
Wait, do you mean to say bottom left? That's probably what he meant.
This will set the parameters here in the inspector for the Rex transform to contain the width and height instead. So what we can do is I'm going to set the width to be 1.16. So this will release more values, so we can place it in the world space, and the height will be 0.2, for example. And this is our health bar, as you can see here. Now, we have a couple of images in our sprites. We have our Canny top-down assets, but also the Canny UI pack. So I'm going to go to PNG files, and I'm going to search for the gray button 03, and I'm going to.
I might have some images, mine.
Set the color for it to be black and the alpha.
Why is this not letting me edit it? I don't get it. This is like disabled. Do I remove the canvas renderer? Did I forget to remove that? What the hell, bro? It's not letting me edit this. Oh. So now it's letting me edit this? What the hell, dude? Okay, so I guess I could just make this like red. There we go. I like that one. It's a rare delicacy. Let's make it super transparent. There we go. So we're not using a slider this time around.
Alpha W1. So now we have our black bar, which will be the background of our health panel. Now we are going to use the UI slider for this setup.
Oh, wait. We want it to be black. Oh, hold on. I did that wrong then. HPBG. Okay, so that's probably better. Crap, hold on. I just I like this. I like this image better. This is what I was going for ultimately, so we might as well stick with that one. Okay, so then let's see. What do we do from here? We're gonna add a slider.
And for the UI slider, so the slider component to be used, we will need to have a certain preset for our health fill, so the red bar that will fill in this health bar. So I'm going to right-click on this UI and select the panel, and this will be our health fill. panel.
Health fill panel. Okay. So it's basically a nested panel. Um. All right, we're good. Let's keep going.
And we are going to disable the image.
Disable the image. Okay. What do we do from
And
here?
inside this, we are going to right-click, create UI, and select another panel, and this will be our health fill. Okay.
It's a weird setup, but I mean the final result works, but whatever. Alright, so what do we do from here?
I'm going to again go to our project and to our PNG for the Kenny UI pack, and I'm going to search for the red button 00, which will be our image for our health fill.
Okay, so here's where we set the red button. Gotcha. Gotcha. Uh-huh. No. It would be the health. Hmm.
I'm going to select the color and again set the alpha to be full and the color to be red. So now we have our health bar, so health field for our health bar. Now I'm going to select our health bar, and to the health bar game object I will add slider. This is
Okay, so to the health bar itself, we add a slider. And what do we do here?
a UI component that will allow us to create a simple slider. Now I want to disable the interactable since I do not want to interact
Yeah, I mean yeah, we don't want that either.
with it. There will be no transition, and I'm going
And it won't have a transition.
to select the navigation to be none.
Navigation, none.
Now this leaves us with the fill erect, which will be our health field panel. Now it will become empty, so there
So fill rect will be our health fill panel. Based. Okay.
the red color will be gone. But now we have value slider, which goes from 0, which is the min value, to 1, which is max value. And if we slide it, we can see that now we have our health bar, which works pretty good. All I need to do now is select our health bar, select a move tool in the game scene view, and I'm going to move it above our enemy. And maybe I want to set the height to be like something like 0.15 to make it a bit smaller.
What if we like made this a bit smaller? Actually, that's a good idea. Just make sure it doesn't mess anything else up. Oh, you know what? What I was thinking is this. The fill actually were to go in here, so it doesn't look as goofy. Okay. What about here? Actually, you know what? I was just kidding. I was kidding. This is a bit dark. There. Actually, the more I think about it, the better it looks here. And if I move the enemy around, which it's kind of hard to see that a bit. Let's make that bigger. Yeah. How's this look? Just realized something. Actually, the more I think about it, I like this. I like that length. It looks way better. And let's test the slider. Just make sure it works. Can we have a brighter red? Cause I don't really like that red. I don't know. Hmm. Dude, that looks way better. Oh my god. I don't know. It's like I clicked a few things and all of a sudden. Wait a sec. Hmm. Thing is, we don't want it to like overshoot. You know what I mean? We don't want it to like just. See, I don't like that. I don't. So I feel like we should sort of move it a little that way. There. Now let's test it out. The thing is, we don't want it to like go all the way down. Oh man. Let's do like 15. Hmm. Oh, okay, health bar. If you shrink this, let's think. If you shrink this, what'll happen? But the problem is that so right to left. Oof. No, that's not what I wanted. No, that's. Hmm. I don't know. Let's say I do like 1 or something as the actual value. So even at 1, it like shoots that way. I don't know. This one's a bit tougher. Hmm. You know what? The more I think about it, it really wouldn't make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. Okay, you got our health bar, and we got the slider, and you got the value. So what exactly is this? What scripts do we have attached? Enemy controller, and what controls the health of the enemy? It looks like the enemy controller is controlled by the. Uh, sorry, having a brain fart. It looks like the enemy controller is controlled by the enemy controller script, right? So now, what we want to do, or what I want to do here, is just going to add a couple of variables. So where's the health? Right here. So this time we're going to do a private slider, health slider. Thing is, we don't know which one to use specifically, so let's... Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, should be good. Let's see how we're doing here. I will have to update my graphics for Twitch. Okay, we should have like... This I definitely want set. Then the star function. You know, I think an awake function would be better. But where would we do it though? That's the ultimate question. Okay, so you got the health slider here. The max value would be the health. Let me actually see where we're even using this specifically. instead of that, we could do like update slide UI. And this time we would take in like the, we don't really need to do this because this is global. The max value already exists. I'm sorry, it should be this. Okay, how's my sound doing? Good? I think that works. I don't know. I mean, we already set it up in the script, so there's no reason it shouldn't. So I'm gonna have to like test this out, see if it works, you know? Okay, that's good. But not all enemies have this yet, so you gotta make sure it's not null. You gotta do a non-null check. That's why I decided to make it a function. So if it is null, nothing happens, and we're not going to get any errors. Alright, let's test this out, I guess. We should have all the other ones set too. See, this one has a health slider, and this also has a health slider. Alright, let's see if this works. Because that's the name of the game. Alright, so we're not getting any errors, so that's obviously a good sign. I definitely need new bullet sprites. That felt oddly satisfying. Wouldn't you agree? Getting this to work on the new input system was probably the best thing I ever did. Not gonna lie. Okay, good. Let's go and kill the other enemies who want to take us down, obviously. Why is it in the 60s today? It's pretty cold outside. Maybe at the time of this recording, it's pretty much in the 60s. You know? There's another thing I want to do too. I got like 1 more hour, so I might as well try to figure it out. Did I kill all the enemies? No, there's one more up here. Okay, that felt really satisfying, guys. It really did. Not gonna lie, that felt incredibly, like, super duper, you know, remotely. I'm not gonna dare elaborate because I had a lot of fun with that. I'm gonna do this again. Yeah, because, you know, because I can. I know I should probably figure out the floating number system, but we'll do that in a sec. This is really satisfying, guys. I'll be honest with you, this game is like really fun. And I'm the one who developed it. And I'm pushing myself to create this thing. Alright, before we get too carried away, let's research a couple of things. Okay.
Today we learn how to add floating text in game with Unity. This effect is really useful for showing enemy damage, hits or combos, or basically anything you want. All you need is a trigger point, which usually is something like enemy hit or enemy damage, and a prefab that you can instantiate. We can put a text mesh on this prefab with the text we want and maybe animate it a bit. So let's start with our test project here. This is the Unity survival shooter sample project. It's a fun little game where you shoot zombies. We will add our floating text in this game to show enemies' health when they get shot. The first thing that we need is the floating text prefab, so let's create a game object and call it floating text. Reset the position and add a text mesh component to it. Change the text.
This is way too fast. Let's slow this down a bit. So now we're going to do the floating text thing. Although this one's going to be its own thing, so I might as well. And what did he call it? Floating text?
Value to something and
Okay, so let's see. We got a Text Mesh Pro. Which one did he add? It was just a text mesh, right?
object and call it floating text. Reset the position and add a text mesh component to it.
It's just text mesh. That's it.
Change the text value to something and maybe scale it down a bit and change the anchor.
How do I... Okay, so 0 0.2, 0 0.2, 0 0.2, all over the place. Let's do that. And set the anchors to what?
And fonts. Okay, now we can drag it.
What do you do with the anchors? I forgot.
And fonts. Okay, now we can to something and maybe scale it down a bit and change the anchors and font.
So upper center is the anchor. Uh... Okay, so here we are. This is our font, but let's see what else we have here. We got Aldrich. I don't like that one. Let's do Play Bold. Play Regular. I like that one. I like the bold. Looks way better. Font size, we'll set that smaller. I don't know, we'll do auto size. Uh... Let's do like I don't know what that says. Some text. Okay. I don't know. Let's make it a little bigger. Why don't we make it bigger? I like that one. Alright, let's continue.
Okay, now we can drag it down to create a prefab out of this. Next thing we need is to figure out a trigger point for this text. So in this game, all the enemies have this enemy health component. What we can do here is to instantiate this floating text when the enemy takes damage. So in the enemy health script, let's first reference our floating text prefab.
Okay, so let me actually do that too. Okay, so... But wait, is this a game object or something else?
As a variable, and
Let's see, private. So private game object damage number, I guess. And so that should actually happen like when you know, when your character gets shot. All right, and so we're gonna add it to here. Let's see, damage number. That's gonna be the floating text. So pretty much all our prefab should have it now. And I like that. I really do.
then we can call some method like show floating text inside the take damage method. Let's define the method below.
You might have to use a coroutine. Alright, so show floating text will be its own thing.
And maybe we should only show the floating text if the prefab is assigned, otherwise we should just ignore this.
Okay, so if we can actually do that in the function. Floating text. What is it called? Health something? Hold on, let me see what we called it. Damage number. Or floating damage text, I think that's a better name for it. When you rename it, you're gonna have to like reassign it. Which is, I mean, it's neither here nor there. And let's see how he does it. I'm just gonna watch the video.
Inside this method, we can instantiate the prefab at the same position as the enemy with no rotation, and let's make it a child of the enemy game object. Now in the inspector, let's drop this floating text prefab on all our enemies. When we hit play, we can see that the prefab is instantiating properly. You can also see the benefit of using a 3D text mesh here, as the text can easily move around in the game space. But the text remains even when the enemy is destroyed. So let's add a new script on our prefab called floating text.
Alright, so this is something new. Let's go into the prefab and actually do it. It's way better. Okay, so what do we do here? We just drag this into the scripts folder, so I know where it is exactly. Hold on. So we got the sum text here. I feel like we can sort of make that smaller. Sorry, you got the black lung. I'm kidding. I shouldn't be making jokes like that. Okay, so clearly this is way too big. And we can actually make that a bit smaller. So let's do that. So essentially, I don't know, let's say like we take 15 points or 2 or 3 or whatever it is. Alright, let's apply that.
Keep all our files together, and in this component we will create a public variable called destroy time, and right in the start we can call the destroy on this game object with this time.
Where even is that script? Should be, okay, here it is. So serialize field. We're gonna do private float destroy time. What are we destroying exactly? Destroying the game object at that interval.
This will automatically destroy the game object after some time. We should also change the text of this prefab to match the current health of the enemy. So in the show floating text method on our enemy health script, let's get our text mesh component and change its text to the current health of the enemy.
I don't want it to be the current health of the enemy, but I do want it to be Text Mesh Pro. Oh, we gotta instantiate that thing. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Floating damage text. Transformed opposition. Uh, Quaternion identity. And then it would just be the transform. Okay. So text.get component set text. And that would be the health. I'm sorry, it wouldn't be the health, would it? Should pass the damage amount in. Oh wait, this is a method call. Never mind. coughing a lot.
Let's hit play. Now the text shows current health value and also destroys after a while, but it kind of looks weird because the texts are all in.
Let's see this work. Hmm. Wait, why do we have an error? Uh, okay, now I know why I have an error. Okay, so we shouldn't have that anymore. We shouldn't have that error anymore. Hey, it's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? Hold on. Oh, did I set it up somewhere else? Duh. You know, I kind of like having errors. Because it sort of tells you something's wrong. Wait, maybe I did it for this one. But I didn't do it for any of them. Alright. Hmm. Alright, so I think that should fix that. So now all of them should have the floating text. Wait, that's not showing up either. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I think it is showing up, but it's not like... Ah. Okay, let's play this with keyboard and mouse. Press F to pay respects. Oops. I don't know what I clicked. Alright, I think we're getting close. If you just want to restrict this to keyboard and mouse, oh, hold on. I know what I did wrong. The layer should be the enemy's layer.
in the same place. So let's add some animation to these texts to move them around.
Wait, why did we set the color? Floating text. We haven't really done anything with that, have we? I don't think we have. Why is it showing up like that? Hold on. Oh, okay. Let's figure that out. Alright, I think this should work now. Let's try it. Got like 3 seconds, basically. That's 3 with a T. Alright. Alright, let's try one more time. And pause. Yo, why is that? Like, freaking. Okay, width, height. Honestly, dude, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want that. Ugh. No, I like that one better. Okay, let's move the enemy. Well, enemy number 3. Let's move them, like, right here. Sorry. It's enemy number 3. So they're, like, right there. So I can, like, debug it easily. Alright, let's begin. Let's begin. Oh, they're showing right. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. But we want it to show up at the top. And you know, it's setting the same color. To the color. But if I don't do auto size, I guess that's fine. I'm trying to figure out what it's actually doing before I can actually make any like changes to it. Can we do like a, I don't know. Let me think about this.
Let's drag our floating animated once. To fix that, we can add some offset on our floating text. Let's go to our floating text, then animator all in the same place. So let's add some animation to these texts to move them around. Let's drag our floating text prefab in the inspector and add an animator component to it. Open the animation window and hit create to create a new animation clip. Move it to the
Okay, I know how to do this. Yeah, that's easy enough. Let's move this right here. Well, I can really, we can literally move this anywhere. I like that better, actually, the more I think about it. See that dark outline? Oh, wait a sec, I want it to be red. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, so what do we do? Gotta add an animation to it.
proper folders. Now to animate this, we can use Unity's recording feature. So while the game object is selected,
So let's add a component animator, or animator. Let's see, we want to create an animation. So how do we do this? Animation controller, there we go. The floating text is gonna have that. I don't even know where it is. I just had it was just right there. Goddamn. Okay. There we go. And let's see. Window. Animation. Animation. Create a new clip. Okay. Uh, think that should be good. That's way too fast. Let's do 15 seconds. 15 samples, rather. Five samples? Maybe. Yeah. Bro, I like this. I like this one. I like that one. Let's pick that one.
Selected, hit the record button at the top left. Decrease the animation time a bit. This and give it some default values. In the start method, we can add this offset, add some offset on our floating text. Let's go to our floating text.
No. Ah, give me one sec. The video's good. That's not really the issue here. It's not, I mean, the video's fine, but the problem is, it's like, see what just happened? Oh, I don't know why I can't see it, dude. I don't know why this is invisible. Oh, hold on. But if I put it on the enemies layer, well, how would that look? Maybe I should put this on the enemies layer? UI. Maybe UI. I feel like that, yeah, there we go. That probably would work. But the thing is, I didn't have to put that on a layer. So I'm not sure why that would work specifically. Okay, let's see what happened. Why is it still there, dude? Why is it... Okay. Let's see. It gets destroyed. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let's see, how are we even doing it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to, like, wrap this up. Okay, so the floating text thing, we can easily do that later. So I'm just gonna, like, leave this off for now. Because I gotta start getting ready. So we'll leave this off for now. But, we'll get back to it slowly. I do want to thank you for tuning in, if you've, tuned in. Yeah, we're gonna do the floating text thing next. I'm gonna do some proper research and see how we can do it on a 2D object. I saw a video somewhere, so it's not totally, innocuous. Well, we can do it. Alright, y'all. I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to stay awesome. See you in the next one.